We turn now to cricket, and the White Ferns, the New Zealand women's team, have a new skipper. She's Canterbury's Amy Sattherthwaite, who's been playing for the White Ferns since 2007. More on Amy in a moment, but this is a high-calibre changing of the guard because the woman she's taking over from is Suzie Bates, an all-rounder who's the highest run scorer in the history of the White Ferns, a batting average of 44 and 115 one-day internationals. She's a remarkable player. But to maintain her love of the game, Susie's stepping down from the captaincy she's held since 2011, and Amy Sattherthwaite is stepping up. The veteran of 113 one-day internationals, she too is an all-rounder who's been playing first-class cricket since she was 16, and she's delighted to become captain of the national side.
Oh, look, it's a massive honour. I think it came as a real surprise that Suzie was standing down. She's done a fantastic job over the years and is just a real natural leader. But to be given the opportunity to captain your country is just something that I didn't really think would happen. And, yeah, like I said, it's a massive honour.
Yeah, you've been playing first-class cricket for half your life, though, very nearly.
I have.
Yeah, and you've been captain of the Canterbury Magicians for, what, 10 years now?
Yeah, I've been really fortunate to have that role for, I think, 8 or 9 years. And the last season I stepped down from that just with being away so much with, the likes of the Women's Big Bash, and Francis Mackay has been taking that over. But, yeah, I've been fortunate to have that sort of leadership role there for quite some time now.
And I know some people who tell me you're really highly regarded and that your judgment is considered excellent.
Oh, that's very kind, John. I think I've been fortunate to have some pretty exceptional players in Canterbury over the years, and I think that's then shown in the results that we've had in winning a lot of competitions. But yeah, I've certainly enjoyed the leadership opportunities that I've had there over the time.
How do you captain a cricket team? Because in some crucial respects, it's not really a team sport, is it? I mean, when you're facing or when you're bowling, you are essentially on your own.
I think that's the beauty of the game, is it is a real, I guess, art in terms of how you do probably lead a side, and it is bringing together a bunch of individuals to try and perform together as a team. And there are times within the sport that you have to really play for the team and make decisions in how you go about the way that you're playing to benefit the side, and it's quite a courageous thing to do. So I guess it's trying to get the best out of, like you say, every individual in those moments, and then bring the team together as a collective. But it certainly is a unique sport from that sense.
And it's fascinating, isn't it, the psychological management of players? And you've been through this. So you a World Player of the Year in 2017, 4 consecutive centuries, a record only ever matched by Kumar Sangakkara. Extraordinary. But you've also had times where you just couldn't find form, and is it the kind words, the thoughtful words, the constructive criticisms, or the safety nets of good captaincy that save you at times like that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think building confidence in players is something that's really important, and probably especially in cricket where it can be a really fickle sport. And 1 minute, like you say, you can be on cloud 9 and performing every week, and then the next week you're sort of really struggling to find that form. And it might be that you get a run of just some extremely good deliveries that undo you, and you don't necessarily feel out of form, but on paper it certainly looks like you are. And I think, like you say, that building confidence in players is a massive part of the role, and enabling them to be able to perform at their best week in, week out.
And it is increasingly a sport that's being played on the telly, right? All of a sudden, you're starting to be paid some money belatedly, and only, I know, when you're playing. I guess that's why you go to the Big Bash, isn't it? To actually make a living playing cricket, right?
Oh, look, it certainly helps out. I think it's we're very fortunate. Probably half a dozen of us that are able to play around the world in those leagues, and get those opportunities that certainly mean that we can put cricket in the forefront of our lives, I guess. Yeah,
but you've got the T20 Worlds coming up in the West Indies, right?
We do, which is very exciting, and we're really looking forward to it. It's going to be a massive challenge.
Yeah, how do you feel about your team?
Look, we're feeling really good. I think it's something that probably over the years we've had really strong sides going into some of these World Cups, and we've had sides that teams look at us and think that that New Zealand team could win. And I certainly think going over to the West Indies that we're no different to that, and so that's really exciting. But the challenge for us as a group is to probably get rid of a bit of a monkey off our back in the last few years of late, and that we haven't been able to win one of these major World Cups, and that's something that we're certainly not shying away from and looking forward to the challenge.
Yeah, on paper it's a hell of a good team. On paper it's a team good enough to do it, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think you have to believe in the people that are on the park, and that's part of the battle, and if you can have that confidence and belief, then that certainly helps you get over the line.
Amy Sattherthwaite, who's taking over from Suzie Bates as captain of the White Ferns. Two fine cricketers, two fine New Zealand women.